So friends, let me start this video with the most interesting arrangement question. So 7 people, namely Banu, Deepthi, Chandra, Grace. So friends, totally there are 7 people, right? And each of them likes a different sport game such as hockey, cricket, badminton. Similarly, they have given 7 different sports names. And each people also works in a same organization but a different department on the basis on the experience level. So they have given vice president, officers. So there are totally 7 departments, right? And they have given a note that each person has been allotted a department as per increasing order of experience, with the one as a trainee officer being a least experienced and the executive vice president with the most experience. So friends, the most experienced person is a executive vice president and the least experienced will be a trainee officer. So I think let me do one thing, friends. Listen, let me keep this as one. Totally there are 7 members, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let me do one thing, which is highest experience, and this will be the least experience, right? So highest experience they have given us executive vice president. So executive vice president is an highest experience, and the least experience which is trainee officer. Okay. So friends, some students will feel difficult to find the remaining departments based on the experience level, right? So if you can't able to find it, go for the remaining points so that you can easily guess whether it should be a trainee officer or it should be an officer or something. But before going it, just see all the departments, check whether we can able to fill it or not, or otherwise go for the arrangement questions, right? So the remaining departments are principal officer, senior officer, assistant. See friends, there is vice president and also there is assistant vice president. So we can surely say that this will be vice president, friends, and this will be assistant vice president. Okay, so next is remaining is senior officer. So this is officer, right? So trainee officer, there is remaining are principal officer, so senior officer. So friends, I think this will be officer, because if this is trainee officer, then this should be an officer, then it should be senior officer, right? So senior officer, and this should be a principal officer. So principal officer, which we shortly used to call it as PO and SO, right? So friends, finally we have filled this based on their experience level. So friends, if you can't able to find this, not to worry about it, just read the remaining lines so that you can easily find this. So let me move on to the first point, friends. Only one person has less experience than Chandra. Friends, listen here. Only one person is having less experience than Chandra. So definitely we can say that the person Chandra should be placed here. So only we can say that Chandra is having only one person less experience, right? Okay, the second point is Banu does not work as an assistant vice president. So Banu is not working as an assistant vice president. So this is the place not for Banu. Okay friends, next point is Grace likes boxing and has more experience than one who likes hockey. So friends, the person Grace likes boxing, but he is having more experience than the person who likes hockey. I think there are many possible, friends. Let me do one thing. Let me take it as a note that Grace likes boxing and he is having a more experience when compared to the person who likes hockey. Okay friends, let me move on to the next point. The vice president likes squash. It's a direct statement, friends. The vice president likes squash. So we can say that this will be squash, right? Okay. The next point is only one person has more experience than others. Listen here friends, only one person is having more experience, then we can surely say that the person others should be placed here. So we can say that only one person is having more experience than others, right? Okay, so next point is only 2 people have more experience than who likes hockey. So friends, listen here friends, only 2 people have a more experience one who like hockey, then definitely we can say that hockey should be placed here, friends. So this is the only region for hockey. So only we can say that only 2 person have more experience when compared to the person who likes hockey. So friends, listen here, Grace likes boxing and he is having an highest experience when compared to hockey. If this is hockey, then we can't able to place Grace here because already Adrash is the person here, which is a vice president. So only one possible that this should be Grace and this should be boxing. So only we can say that Grace is having an highest experience when compared to the person who likes hockey, and this person is not Banu, right? So let me rub this. Okay friends, next point is Deepali has less experience than PO. So So the person Deepali is having a less experience than PO, but more experience than the person who likes badminton. So I think definitely we can't able to place Deepali here because already Chandra is here. If I place Deepali here, then no one here, right? So I think only one possible that Deepali should be placed here, friends. So only we can say that the person Deepali is having a less experience than PO and more experience than the person who likes badminton, but either Chand can be a badminton or otherwise trainee officer can be a badminton. But we can surely say that Deepali must be a senior officer. Next point, the one who has less experience than Chandra likes tennis. So friends, one who has less experience than Chandra, definitely this person, if this person like tennis, then we can surely say that this person will like badminton. So only we can say that the person Deepali has more experience than the person who likes badminton. So next is, this is not the place for Banu, right? So we have two possibilities. Okay friends, next point is the one who has less experience. Okay, Deepti neither has the least experience. So Deepti is not a trainee officer because he is not the least experienced, and neither nor she was working as an assistant vice president. So friends, listen here friends, Deepti is not a least experienced and also she is not an assistant vice president. So only one possible that Deepti should be definitely placed here, right? And this is not the place for Banu, so definitely Banu should be placed here. So the remaining person should be placed here, right? The remaining person is Banu, Chantya, right? So Chandra, another name called different name friends. Okay, so Chanya. Okay, she is an assistant vice president, right? So the remaining games are there are two games remaining, I think so. One is cricket and another is wrestling. Okay, let me move on to the remaining point. The one who likes cricket is not a PO. So the person PO is not cricket, and we can surely say that cricket will be Deepali. Then the remaining will be wrestling. So wrestling should be definitely Deepti. So friends, finally we have filled one of the interesting arrangement. So vice president will be Adesh, then executive vice president will be Grace, which has most experience, then Deepti more experience than PO, Banu. Okay friends, one of the interesting arrangement. So friends, try to crack the puzzle within 4 to 6 minutes in your exams, which is most important. If you practice a lot, you can surely crack a question within less than 4 minutes. So try to practice a lot. Daily at least practice minimum of 2 to 3 puzzle. One should be based on a floor arrangement, floor apartment like that, and second arrangement should be based on Monday to Sunday, and third arrangement should be based on a taller person, shorter person, or heaviest person like that. So daily try to solve at least minimum of 3 arrangement so that you can easily crack IBPS PO exams. Let me move on to the next section friends. So friends, let me move on to case-led question. So in a ship there are 1200 passengers. 18% of total number of passengers are from Britain. So 2/5 of the total number of passengers are from South Africa. So friends, it's a theory based question in aptitude. So either by reading every line you can just keep the values as it is and you can solve it, or otherwise framing a tabular column will be easy, right? So my advice is frame a tabular column. Why? Because if you frame a tabular column properly, so that we can solve all the remaining 5 questions faster. So friends, first of all, totally there are 1200 passengers. Out of this 1200 passengers, where Britain will be 18% friends. So friends, it's one of the simple question, but why I took this question is, you should not calculate what is 18% like this. Going for this method is completely useless in your exam, right? You need to calculate all the values in your mind itself. So 18% can be taken as 20% minus 2%. So 10% will be 120, 20% will be 240, 1% will be 12, 2% will be 24. So 240 minus 24, 216. So finally we can say that 216 will be total number of passengers in the Britain, right? So always remember that. So don't try to use your pen while calculating those values. Try to calculate all the values in your mind itself. So friends, second is 2/5 of the total number of passengers are from South Africa, right? So next will be South Africa. So from South Africa, where 2/5 friends, 2/5 of the total number of passengers. So 2 by 5 into 1200. So 1200 divided by 5 will be 240. 240 into 2 will be 480. So 480 will be the total number of passengers in South Africa. And 6% of total number of passengers are from Madagascar. So Madagascar will be 6% friends. So 1% will be 12, 6% will be 72. Right? So next is the remaining number of passengers are from India. So friends, the remaining passengers are from India, right? So 480, 216. So I think 696, 688, right? So finally, so we need to subtract this. So 432. So finally we can say that the remaining 432 will be from India. So friends, don't use your pen to calculate the last number. Don't do that, right? So try to calculate in the mind itself. 25% of number of passengers from Britain are females. So friends, listen here friends, now they are talking about, we already know that Britain there are 216 total number of passengers. Now they are saying inside this 216 there are male and females, right? So we need to find male and females for all the passengers, right? So here out of this 216 where 25% are females. So friends, listen here friends, 25 can be taken as 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 into 216 will be 54, right? 54 into 4 will be 216. So finally we can say that 54 will be the total number of females. So we need to subtract this friends. So 54, when we subtract this, the resultant will be 162. So 162 will be males. Second thing, half of number of passengers from South Africa are males. So half of the passengers will be 240. If 240 are males, then the 240 will be females, right? Okay. So the next point is, there is no female passengers in Madagascar. So there are no female passengers, then we can say that 72 will be the total, which is male passengers. And next is 2 by 3rd of number of passengers from India are females. So friends, 2 by 3rd will be female friends. So 2 by 3rd will be 144. So 144 into 2 will be 288. So if 288 is females, then the remaining will be 144, right? So 144 will be males. So 144 males, 288 females in India. Similarly, we have calculated all the values. So if you frame a tabular column like this, then you can easily find all the remaining answers for the 5 questions. So friends, listen here, though it's a simple question, don't use your pen while solving what is 18%, 22%, and don't use the pen to calculate adding and subtracting. All the things you need to do in your mind itself if you need to crack a question less than 5 minutes. So only way is you need to solve all the values in your mind itself. Let me move on to syllogism question. So some balls are footballs. So statement is some balls are footballs, right? Okay. So the second statement is all bats are balls. So all bat are balls. Okay. And the third will be all footballs are volleyballs. So all footballs are volleyballs. And the fourth statement is no fund is bat. So no fund is bat, right? So no fund is bat. Okay friends, so there is no connection between, listen here friends, there is no connection between fun and bat, but we can connect fun and ball, and also we can connect fun and volleyball, and also we can connect fun and football, but there is no link between fun and bat. Okay, so let me move on to the first set of conclusion. All volleyballs being balls is a possibility. So friends, volleyball is here and ball is here. Listen carefully friends, ball, bat and football and volleyball. So all these 4 parameters are inside a single Venn diagram. If the parameters are inside a single Venn diagram, possibility follows. And they are saying that all volleyballs being balls. Here volleyball and ball are inside a single Venn diagram. So finally we can say that possible follows. So second conclusion, all funs are balls. So all funs are balls, which is not correct, right? There is no link between fun and ball, but they are saying that all funs are ball, which is wrong. So finally for the first set of conclusion 1 follows. So second set of conclusion friends, all funs being volleyball is a possibility. All funs being volleyball is a possibility, which is possible, right? And we should not connect fun and bat, but we can connect fun and volleyball, right? So if I draw fun here, then we can surely say that all funs being volleyball is a possibility. So finally we can say that first conclusion follows. So second conclusion, some funs can never be footballs. So once the meaning of never be is no, they are saying that no fun is football. We can't able to say that no fun is football. Why? Because there is no link between bat and fun, but we can connect fun to football, and also we can connect fun to volleyball, and they are saying that no connection between fun and football. So we can definitely draw fun like this. There is a connection between fun and football, and they are saying that there is no connection, so we can say that conclusion does not follows. So friends, listen carefully, that after drawing a Venn diagram, just analyze it, right? Say that there is no link between bat and fun. So we can say that there is link between fun and ball, and also there is link between fun and football, and also fun and volleyball, right? And we can surely say that there is no link between fun and bat. So finally we can say that for the first set of conclusion 1 follows, and also for the second set of conclusion 1 follows. Let me move on to syllogism question. So all lizards are birds, right? So all lizards are birds. Okay, so the second statement is some ants are birds, right? So some ants are birds. So some ants are birds. And the third statement is all ants are cobras, right? So all ants are cobras. Okay, so finally we have drawn the Venn diagram for the given statement. So friends, listen here friends, here all the parameters are inside a single Venn diagram, right? So let me move on to the first set of conclusion. All cobras being lizard is a possibility. We already know that if all the parameters are inside a single Venn diagram, possibility follows. Without checking the Venn diagram, we can directly say that the conclusion number 1 is correct. Why? Because all the parameters are inside a single Venn diagram. Second conclusion is at least some lizards are ant. The meaning of at least some is some, right? Some lizards are ant. Some lizards are ant, and here there is no connection between lizard and ant, and they are saying that some lizard are ant, which is wrong, right? Okay. Second set of conclusion, friends. All lizard being cobra is a possibility. Again, it is a possibility. We can say that it's correct. Second conclusion, some cobras are birds. So some cobras are, yeah, definitely this region will be some cobras and birds, and some ants will be birds. And the conclusion says some cobras is birds, which is exactly correct. So friends, finally for this syllogism question, for the first set of conclusion, one follows, and the second set of conclusion, both follows. So friends, one of the interesting question. So try to practice more number of syllogisms so that you can able to crack all the syllogism question in your exams. Let me move on to equation question. So 16x square minus 40x minus 39 is equal to 0. So friends, first of all we need to multiply 16 into 39, but don't multiply this number and waste your time, right? So here it is minus. So 16 can be written as 4 4s are 16, and 39 can be written as 3 into 13. So our target to bring minus 40, right? So minus 40. So I think 4 into 13 will be 52. So 4 into 3 will be 12, friends. So minus 40, right? So minus 52 plus 12. So when we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be minus, right? So when we add both the numbers, the resultant will be minus 40. So before x square, we have a constant 16. So divided by 16 divided by 16. I think we can cancel this on 4 table, right? So when we cancel this on 4 table, 4 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16. So finally we got the factors of x1. Here it is plus 3 by 4, but while writing it should be minus 3 by 4. So x2, here it is minus 52 by 16. I think we can cancel this on 4 table, friends. So when we cancel this on 4 table, this will be 13, right? So 13 4s are 52. So this will be 4. So finally we can say that here it is minus 13 by 4, but while writing it should be plus 13 by 4. So finally we found the factors, that is minus 3 by 4 and minus 13 by 4. So always remember that try to find the factors within 10 seconds, right? For the first expression. Similarly for the second expression, try to find the factors for 10 seconds. So 10, 10, 20 seconds. So remaining use 10 seconds to find and compare the answer, right? So totally you should solve one equation question within 30 seconds. That is important. So once 12y square minus 113y plus 255 is equal to 0. So first of all we need to multiply 12 into 255. That's a huge number, right? So I think this 12 can be written as 4 3s are 12, and this 255 I think we can write this on. So 5 5s are 25, right? So 1 5s are 5. So 51 into 5 will be 255. So I think 51 can be written as 17 into 3, right? So 17 into 3 will be 51. So here it is 5, and here it is 3, and here it is 4. So friends, our target to bring minus 113. So I think minus 113. So 4 3s are 12. So 12 5s are 60. No. So 5 3s are 15. 15 into 3 will be 45. So 45, 16 I think we can get. So listen here friends, 5 into 3 will be 15. So 15 into 3 will be 45. So 7 4s are 28. So remainder will be 2, which is 68, friends. So minus 68 and minus 45, because our target to bring 113. So we can surely say that minus 45 and minus 16. So when we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be plus. When we add both the numbers, the resultant will be 113, right? So if you practice a lot, you can easily find the answer, because I target only the last number 3. So in order to get 3, we need to get 8 plus 5 will be 3. So I have targeted by multiplying in order to get the last number 3, right? So if you practice, you can easily crack it. So before y square, we have a constant 12. So divided by 12, divided by 12. I think we can cancel. We cancel this on 3 table. This will be 15, right? So when we cancel this on 3 table, which will be 4. So finally the factors of y1, here it is minus 15 by 4. But while writing, it should be plus 15 by 4. So y2. I think we can cancel this again on 4 table. When we cancel this on 4 table, 4 3s are 12, so 1 4s are 4, the remainder will be 2, which is 28, 6 4s are 28, so 16 divided by 3. So here it is minus 16 by 3, but while writing it should be plus 16 by 3. So finally we found the factors 15 by 4, 16 by 3, and x1 will be minus 3 by 4 and plus 13 by 4. And now we need to compare this, right? So minus 3 by 4, minus 3 by 4. So here it is 13 by 4, 13 by 4. And the y terms are 15 by 4, 16 by 3. So 15 by 4, 16 by 3. So 15 by 4, 16 by 3. So friends, listen here friends, here both the terms are negative. So we can say that y is greater than. So we need to cross this, right? So 4, this will be 52 and this will be 60. 60 is greater than. So 13 into 3 will be 39. 16 into 4 we can say this will be greater than. So finally while comparing all the x terms with y terms, so finally we can say that the answer will be x less than y for this equation question. So friends, though the equation is little bit tougher, right, because we can see some huge numbers like 255, 113 like that. So try to find the factors 10 seconds or take 15 seconds, but remember that always every question should be solved, equation question should be solved within 30 seconds or 35 seconds. Why? Because if you solve every equation question within 30 seconds, so that you can crack the 5 equation question in IBPS PO within 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes easily. So try to practice a lot. If you practice a lot, you can surely crack a question within 30 seconds.